The afternoon first. We will get to that timeline though because those storm chances will return, but let's at least enjoy this while we have it. Dallas Baptist University, it's 84 degrees, but you know, as we go through the day today, we are going to see right around really mix of sun and clouds. 81 in Dallas, feels like 84. Here's a look at those temperatures around. So if you're in Denton, you're at about 79. Corsicana 80, 81 in McKinney. Feels a little bit warmer than that in all of those locations. So if you do want to sit outside on the patio, which I would if I was you, I'm going to have lunch outside because we are going to see that rain increase late tonight. Just sit in the shade because it'll feel a little bit better. 85 degrees at noon, 87 by 2 o'clock this afternoon. And here's a look at those thunderstorms, that thunderstorm timeline. So we could see a few isolated showers pop up ahead of this during the peak heating time of the day today, but really what we're looking for is what's going to be off to the north and west. Watch this. As we get into 7 o'clock in the evening, you can see it inching into the northwest edge of North Texas. And then as we go into 10 o'clock, it gets a little bit closer to some of our western spots, but really what we're going to be watching for is what's still to the north in central Oklahoma along and ahead of a cold front. That complex is going to plunge south fairly quickly. It will be mainly overnight, but we could have some leftover showers and thunderstorms as early as Friday morning for the commute. But the line of storms that does develop could be strong to severe. The main concern out of that, as you saw that complex kind of plunge south, is going to be winds in excess of 60 to 70 miles per hour. It will weaken as it gets farther to the south, which is good news, and we're losing the loss of daytime heating with this being overnight for us. So we have a couple things on our side to limit the severe threat, but still you're going to need to pay attention to this. And then again, Tashara, on Friday we have the potential for more rainfall. We'll talk about that and your Memorial Day forecast coming up.
I knew I was going to need the umbrella back.
Able to enjoy the majority of the day today. It's just tonight when a lot of us are going to bed and then going into Friday that we're really going to have to pay attention to that weather. So let's enjoy what we've got. Cedar Hill, 79 degrees. It is breezy out there and winds are out of the south, so it's pumping in the warm air and moisture. So it's kind of that day where it's the air you can wear, right? It's really sticky and muggy. 79 degrees at UNT in Denton with wind gusts up to 26 miles per hour. And if we look at downtown Dallas, that south wind that's making it feel muggy, you're going to feel a few degrees warmer than it actually is. Not a huge difference, but 81 is the temperature, 84 is what it feels like. So if we look around North Texas this afternoon, temperatures will reach the upper 80s. There's potential a few locations reach the lower 90s, but all of us right where we should be for this time of year. We should be in the upper 80s for high temperatures, and that's what we're going to be as we move forward. What about the state of Texas? There's a lot of warm air in place for everybody from the panhandle because the front that's going to be moving through still well to the north, and then we've got even 90s in some locations. Houston 88, 95 in San Angelo, 91 in Abilene. But as we move forward through the rest of the day today, we're going to be paying attention to what's going on in Oklahoma. You can see there's some development there north of Oklahoma City. This is all along a cold front that's going to be slowly pushing to the south. There's also a dry line set up to the west as well. We're going to watch showers and thunderstorms develop there, and then they will eventually move into North Texas as we go into the overnight hours. So we'll go into the evening. Yeah, there may be a few isolated downpours, heavier downpours at times out ahead of it. So in East Texas, majority of us are going to be dry through the dinner time, the evening commute home. But we are going to watch a complex to the west and then another one well to the north. So they're two separate entities here. So we'll watch the western edge as early as 9, 10 o'clock tonight to see a few showers and thunderstorms move through. But then overnight is when we're going to see this complex out of Oklahoma. The timing with this is really what we call a nowcasting event, where we have to watch when it develops to the north of us to know exactly when it's going to move in here. And models are not very good at handling these nocturnal thunderstorms. So we're going to have better details as we get into the 5, 6 o'clock hour tonight where we're seeing it develop. Then it's going to push to the south. Here's midnight, and then it moves into East Texas. A few lingering boundaries that could fire up a few showers and thunderstorms depending on where that front sits later tonight. So there's going to be a lot of questions as we go into the overnight hours and Friday morning. Either way, we do have a severe threat, so I need you to have your severe plan in place. Slight risk for the northern parts of DFW, enhanced risk for the extreme northwest edge of North Texas. Now, as we go into Friday, here's a look at some more showers and thunderstorms for the early morning hours. Then a break for many locations with a few isolated showers and thunderstorms out there. But again, Friday night into Saturday, we're going to have some more showers and thunderstorms that will move through. The main concern with these is really going to be the heavy rain and the flooding threat. The severe threat's still there with a marginal risk, but it's lower than what we've been dealing with. But heavy rainfall possible over the next 7 days, 2 to 4 inches of rainfall for DFW, 3 to 5 inches if you're north and west of DFW. So a lot of rain to come. It's not going to ruin your weekend. We'll show you with the 10-day forecast. But going back over the forecast for today, this is the dry day. This is the day you want to get out and enjoy. 88 degrees. Tonight, 70. That chance for rain goes up. I have about 80%. Most of that's going to be after midnight tonight, going into early Friday morning. Then if you look at that 10-day forecast, Friday, make sure you're paying attention to the weather. Saturday, not as bad. Most of this rainfall is going to be before lunch hour, drying up as we go into the afternoon. Dry Sunday, a few storms to Shara on Monday, but nothing that's going to ruin your plans.
Ooh, but Friday, though, we better be ready.
Yeah.
My goodness. Thank you, Kalee.
So we want to talk about this pollen count before we go any farther because it's just disrespectful. Look at this. We've got high levels of fungus, which is mainly the mold because of all the rain that we've seen, cottonwood, grass, and then we've got elm and maple and Shar. When I have to go to another page, that's when you know it's really bad.
I already know when you create 2 pages of graphics.
Yeah, so oak is another issue for you. So this is, if you haven't taken your allergy meds or you're, right now, eyes are just dripping water because of, they're just watering at this point. But otherwise, a beautiful day on tap. So we've got a mix of sun and clouds. It's breezy. It's a south wind at about 15 to 25 miles per hour. That's going to be the case across North Texas as we move forward. 83 degrees as the temperature out there right now. Dew points in the upper 60s, so it will feel a few degrees warmer, and that will be the case later. So even though our high temperature is going to be right where it should be, it's that air you can wear. So it's going to feel sticky, and it's going to feel more like the lower 90s. So you may start to glisten a little bit faster, maybe sweat a little bit, but it's going to be dry in regards to rain. It may not be dry if you have to work outside. You may be sweating a lot, but rainfall-wise, satellite radar going to stay quiet through the rest of the day. It's tonight into tomorrow and then throughout the day tomorrow that we're going to have to watch out for. So what's happening is we have a cold front to the north, we have a dry line to the west. Showers and thunderstorms along that dry line could inch into locations in western North Texas. So we're talking Graham, Stephenville, Mineral Wells, Eastland, Cisco, Ranger, some of those spots. But our main concern is what's going to be developing up in Oklahoma that's going to slide to the south overnight. So it's really going to, we're going to have to wait when this develops to see exactly the timing. But it should be after 10 o'clock tonight, closer to midnight along the Red River, then down by 4 o'clock into the southeast edge of North Texas and into Louisiana. So it's a very quick mover unless it starts to slow down. But for the most part, it should be out of here by the morning commute. But there could be some boundaries that are set up that we will see some more showers and thunderstorms for Friday morning's commute. But this line should be out of here before then. But we do have to watch for some strong to severe storms, especially as it initially arrives in North Texas along that Red River line. So if you look here at, we've got an enhanced risk for folks in the orange that eclipse Montague County as well as Cook County. Also down toward the northern portions of DFW, we're in a slight risk and then a marginal risk farther to the south. The good news is we're going to see this loose steam as it moves south, and the timing of it overnight is going to help us out as well. Let's talk about Friday. Friday is going to be really dependent on how far south that cold front moves. So we could see some showers and thunderstorms really kind of firing up along that boundary. If it's a little bit farther north, they'll fire up in the northern edge and move to the south, or they'll fire up right along I-20, which this model says, and push farther to the south. But we are going to see it ongoing throughout the afternoon and throughout the evening hours before we push all of this to the south. So it's going to be a soggy day on Friday. Heavy rainfall is going to be our main concern, but we are highlighted with a marginal risk for a few severe thunderstorms. The main concern will be flooding, though, because of just how much rainfall we've already seen. Here's a quick look at that weekend forecast for you as we head into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Chance for rain Friday and Saturday. Saturday afternoon and evening will be dry through Sunday and actually very nice and manageable in regards to temperatures, so it'll feel great. Here's a look at how much rain we could see in the next 7 days, 2 to 4 inches, and you'll see the 10-day forecast and what I mean by that. Otherwise, don't worry about the rain yet. Today, 88 degrees, and it's dry. Tonight, that's when we have to have our severe weather plan in place. 70 degrees with a few showers and thunderstorms likely. Here's a look at that 10-day forecast. You can see a good portion of Memorial Day weekend will still be fine for any outdoor events. Just have the WFAA app handy, and then you can look great, but then things get a little bumpy. And so, of course, it's a huge travel weekend. We want to make sure that everyone knows what's going on. So if you are traveling, going out of town, whether you're driving or you're flying or you're taking a train, during the day today, you're going to have no issues. Tonight, early tomorrow morning, and then really through most of the day tomorrow, you're going to run into some problems, maybe potentially airline delays because of showers and thunderstorms out there. So you're going to want to make sure that you have the WFAA app handy, because not only is it good to be able to check the radar and it follows your location if you're driving, but also if there's any warnings, it does update you. And tonight, these showers and thunderstorms are going to be overnight into early tomorrow. So a lot of us are going to be sleeping, so it'll be nice to have that alert through your phone. Otherwise, Saturday morning, but then drying up Saturday afternoon. Sunday looks great, and most of the day Monday will be just fine. Tashara.